Welcome back to the MLB Strategy Show, Labor Day edition. A little bit earlier than normal, and I'm your host, Jake Hari. I'm joined for the first time ever by Terry McBride, Team McB. Long time, finally getting to do a show with you. You got some of the best analysis around, so I'm pumped to kind of pick your brain here. How's it going, man?
Thanks, man. I'm doing pretty good. Psyched to be on the air with you for the first time, and it should be a good one. We got a few games to dig into, and only a six gamer coming up on the main, so should have plenty to talk about and get a chance to sink our teeth in.
Yeah, absolutely. So being that it's a Labor Day slate, there are a few games early. There is a little bit of money to be had out there. We're going to hit on the early slate once we go through all these all the main slate games. So we'll go main slate first, get just general thoughts on the early slate, maybe get a couple lineups out, see who's playing, and get you guys on out of here. So thanks for joining. Number one, if you guys could hit the like button, whether you're watching live or on replay, that helps us out a ton. As you guys know, Yahoo Daily Fantasy Sports is the sponsor of today's show. Great thing about Yahoo is that they've got CSV edit. So if you like playing multiple lineups and you like playing for lower management fees, some call it rake, Yahoo calls it management fees, which is very important to your long-term ROI. Yahoo is a great place to play. They've got MLB contests up for today, 2K to first in their $15, and you're only getting about 75% of the management fee over on Yahoo that you would if we're talking about FanDuel and DraftKings, which has 16% rake, Yahoo coming in at 12, and they're running some no management fee contests. I think the MLB one already filled up, but they do have one for NBA, $1,500 guaranteed $3. This is let's see. All right. I'm guessing it's probably a 5 max. My computer's freezing up on me a little bit here, but really exciting to see some NFL contests. I was talking a little bit with Terry, and I'm sure he'll be playing some on Yahoo. $10, 100K to first in the 500K baller. You going to be getting into some Yahoo NFL here in a few days?
Definitely. I'm moving some action around a little bit. I've been a little annoyed with FanDuel with what they're doing baseball pricing wise. I expect that to continue in football. So I'm moving some stuff around and getting on the Yahoo, getting a little on the DK. But I'm psyched about it.
Yeah, and we've got a ton of NFL content. So some Yahoo specific stuff. We'll have some Yahoo specific articles. So shout out to Yahoo for sponsoring the show. Go support them. They're helping support us and keeping all this stuff free, which you guys love so much. We do have a content schedule up for NFL. So I know this is an MLB show, but if you guys are interested, if someone, actually, I've got the link here. We've just got an absolutely packed NFL schedule. So you're not going to be cheated whether you're a premium subscriber or whether you are just free and you have a free account and you just want to check out all the stuff we have for free. Showdown strategy, waiver wire stuff, season-long fantasy. Just go poke around on the site. We've got a bunch of stuff, whether you're talking about DFS, Awesemo odds, the podcast network, side action, Awesemo odds shopper. We've got a little bit of everything, whether you're in the DFS, gambling, or otherwise. All right, let's get into the 6-gamer. First game on the slate. And just a real quick note, the slate is going to start a little bit earlier. So our show's earlier by an hour. The MLB slate will lock at 6:05 p.m. Eastern time. So just be aware of that. If you've got family stuff going on or, you're out, you got an hour. It is going to be an hour earlier. So 6:05 Eastern, Charlie Morton and Max Scherzer, Tampa Bay, and the Washington Nationals. Nationals coming in at about -124, -125, depending on where you look. Morton, Scherzer, 7,300 for Morton on DraftKings, 10-4 for Scherzer. Is Scherzer your number one option on today's slate, Terry?
Yeah, I think he's right there. I mean, we've got Lamet on the slate as well. I think Alex, last I saw in the top starters tool, had Lamet up top, but I'm not sure if I'm seeing, this is not fully updated, actually, because I don't see Scherzer on the list. So might be something we need to update there. But yeah, for me, Scherzer was coming up as the A1 option here. Really like him. Not really sweating anything with, his strikeout rate is a little bit down. He's down to like 32.5% strikeout rate, but that's coming down from like 39 or 38 or something like that. So not really worried. It's still elite. Walks are up a tiny little tick, but again, not worried. He's just got a dominant slider against right-handed hitters. He's just a heck of a strikeout pitcher. Rays strike out about like 24% of the time around the middle of the league. It's not really a threat to Max. So yeah, I think Max is the top of the board here for sure.
Yeah, and we've got him as the highest owned pitcher over on DraftKings. If you want to see those numbers, feel free to join us, MLB Monthly. Still got about a month left of regular season MLB action, and then they got to make up some of these COVID games. So again, you won't be cheated on content, even though there's a bunch of other stuff going on. There's still going to be MLB when NFL is not going on. So basically any other day but Sunday. So and if I recall correctly, the sites do a pretty good job of making huge MLB contests on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So any other day besides Sunday, I think, is going to be a pretty awesome day to play MLB DFS with us. I actually didn't get – so Scherzer is at over 50%. I actually didn't get to him as much as I thought I was going to. When I crunched on my lineups, I've accounted for ownership and everything. And obviously some of these guys won't be in the lineup and some new guys will be. So maybe that'll open up a little bit of salary. But finding myself getting to some of these cheaper options a little bit more than Scherzer. So I wasn't getting to where he's at least on DraftKings. And then looking at my FanDuel exposures right now, he's actually not my highest owned guy either. So our projections, as they usually do, they love Dinelson Lamet. So that's where I'm going to be starting a lot of my teams. But I don't think Scherzer's priced out of play. I mean, obviously not if he's going to be in over half of lineups we're anticipating right now. Under 4 implied total. I guess the one thing that's concerning with the Rays is just they've got a decent amount of power, bunch of lefties. Scherzer's given up home runs basically his whole career. And it's not outrageous. He's given up 6 in 8 starts, I want to say, this season. So certainly not like Dylan Bundy numbers or anything like that, but he does give up the occasional home run to lefties. I guess that's the one kind of hole I can poke in Scherzer here. See anything worrisome?
So just on that note, one thing we do like about him, he limits the base runners enough that usually those are going to be